drop a like and do share. Leave your comments and do not forget to subscribe for more videos.
Welcome to Edupedia World Videos, and we are at lesson 7 of my Mandarin lesson series, and this lesson is gonna be about numbers. So the lesson outline is very simple. It is just to introduce you the basic numbers and the way to construct big numbers, as you'll see later. And at the end of the lesson, we'll talk about how to speak about currencies. So the first one, I'm gonna talk about from 0 to 10. So that's the basic numbers that you can learn. So first one, 0, is 零. The radical is what is on top here. And then the arrangement is vertical, as you can see, is consists of the top part and the bottom part of these two words. So it's vertical arrangement. So now I will show you how I write the word 零, 0. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13 strokes for this word. 零, 0. So number 1, as you can see, is just one stroke. So it is pronounced as E. Okay, the radical is just itself, and the arrangement is simple. So although it's one stroke, I'm just going to show you how to write it. It's very simple. Just 1. Okay, just like that. And 2 is 二. Okay, as you can see, it's just 2 strokes, and the radical is itself, and the arrangement is simple. So 2 is just 2 strokes. 1, 2. And if you can see, the first stroke is always shorter than the second stroke. So just pay attention to this one as you are writing number 2. 二. The next one, 3 to 6. So 3 is 三. Okay, as you can see, there are just 3 strokes, and the radical is just one horizontal stroke, and the arrangement is simple. So 三, 3 strokes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so as you can see, the first stroke is longer than the second stroke, but it is shorter than the third stroke. So the second stroke is the shortest, and the third stroke is the longest. Okay, have this in mind as when you are writing 三, 3. Okay, next, number 4. Unfortunately, it's no longer 4 strokes, it's more than that. So number 4 is 四. Okay, and the radical is what is outside here. Okay, the mouth-like character here. The arrangement is simple. Okay, so now I'll show you how to write it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 5 strokes for number 4. Okay, number 5 is 五. Okay, the radical is the horizontal stroke on top of it, and the arrangement is simple. So 五, here's how we write it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 5. 5. Okay. Number 6 is 6. Okay, and the radical is what's at the bottom here, and the arrangement is simple. Okay, so here's how to write it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is number 6, 6. Okay, and the final set is 7 to 10. So 7 is 7. The radical is the horizontal stroke over here. The arrangement is simple. So here's how to write 7. 1, 2, 7. Okay, so here's number 7. 7. Okay, number 8. 8. Just 2 strokes. And the radical is itself. And the arrangement is simple. So here's how to write it. 1, 2, 8. 8. Okay, now number 9 is 9. So the radical is the stroke over here, and the arrangement is simple. So here's how to write 9. 1, 2. Okay, so this is number 9, 9. Okay, finally number 10, it looks relatively simple. It is 10. The radical is just itself. The arrangement is simple. So here's how to write 10. 1, 2, 10. Okay, so here are all the basic numbers from 0 to 10. So here I'm just gonna summarize what we have learned from 0 to 10. So if you have noticed, each basic number is just one syllabus. So from 0, 1, 2 until 10, 10 is all one syllabus. If you want to memorize it, you can just like memorize a song and keep repeating it, and it's really simple to memorize. Okay, remember this, and we'll use this more in the future. Okay, next one I'm gonna show you how to say the numbers more than 10. So for 11, it is very simple. It is 11. So if you can remember by now already, it is 10 and 1. So it's like 10 plus 1, it is 11. So it is 11. Okay, 12 is 12. As you can see here, it's just 10 plus 2, 12. So it becomes 12. And the same goes for 13. It's just 10 plus 3, so 13. So you can imagine from here, 10 4 is 14. So if you can remember, 10 4, it is 14. And then the rest, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so that's 11 to 19. What about 20? 20 is 20. Okay, so it's like having 2 tens. So we call it 20. Alright? And then we have 21. So if you can see my math here, it's just 20 plus 1. So it becomes 21. Okay? 2 10 and 1. 21. What about 22? It's just similar. It's 20 plus 2. So it's 22. Okay, 2, 10, and 2. Okay, and then 30 is 3/10, so you can imagine it is 30 is the 3/10. Okay, and what about 31? It is 30 plus 1. So as simple as that, so it is 31, 31. Okay, so hope that's intuitive to you. And this pattern will go on until it reaches 99. It's just the same. If you want to say 59 here, if you get the logic, you should be able to come up with it as 59, because it is 50 plus 9 here. Alright? Okay, so now I'm gonna show you the hundreds, thousands, and more. So 100 is 百, okay, and the radical is what is at the bottom here. The arrangement is simple. Okay, so here's how I write it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 百, 100. The next one is 1000, 千, and the radical is like 10, okay, 10. The arrangement is simple. So 千, here's how I write it. 1, 2, 3, 千. Okay, the final word is 1. Okay, this means 10,000. So now you know in Chinese we have a bundle of 10,000. So it's not like tens of thousands, but we say it as 1, Chinese word 1. So the radical is the horizontal stroke, so it's just what's on top of it. And then the arrangement is simple. So here's how I write it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is 1. The next one, it's time for a little bit of exercise. So you have learned the numbers from 0 to 1, and also 100, thousands, and 10,000 in Chinese. So now it's time for you to see if you can make out big numbers, like how you make up from 11 to 99. Okay, so the first big number is 1405. If you remember it by now, 1000 is 千. Okay, so this is 1000, and then 400, 400. Okay, and since we have 0 here, we address the 0 here, so we say 0, but we don't have 10, so we don't pronounce 10. We just pronounce the last digit here, which is 5. So the whole thing is 1405. Okay, the next one is even bigger. This is 20,036. So if you can remember, 10,000 is 1. So 20,000 is 21, because you have 2 of the 10,000s. So we say 21 here. And we have 2 zeros in between, so we address the zeros, but we only mention it once for the 20. Same goes if we have 3 zeros here. Okay, we just say 0 once. Okay, so the way to address them is just to say 0 for these 2 zeros here. and then the last two digits is 36. Okay, so in Chinese it's 36. So in the end, the whole thing here is 21036. 21036. Okay, so here I'm just gonna make a note here. As you see, 10,000 is E1, so 20,000 is of course R1. Okay, what about this big number here? So if you can count, this is like 1,578,999. Okay, so just to see like how things grow when it's over 10,000. So 100,000 is like tens of 10,000. So it becomes 10,000, because you can see 10,000 is 1. So tens of 10,000, just add another 0 at the back, is 10,000. Just like how you say 10,000, but we have another name for 10,000. Okay, same goes to the next one, adding another digit like 1,000,000. It is 100 of 10,000 here, so it's 100 of 1 here. This number we call it E by 1. So let me just repeat again. So 40 is E1, 50 10,000. Okay, and 6 zeros is just making the 10 10 here into 100, so it becomes 100. So in the end it's 100,000. Okay, so the whole thing here is 1,578,899. Okay, so let me do it again. 1,578,899. Okay, it's just like saying 1,578,999. Okay, it's just that we have a bundle of 10,000. So that makes the counting in English different from counting big numbers in Chinese. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about the currency in China. It is yuan. Okay, so yuan is what you call as renminbi as well, but for now I'm not gonna teach you how to write renminbi in Chinese, but I'm just gonna introduce you yuan. So yuan, the radical is the 2 strokes here. The arrangement is simple. So this is how I write yuan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yuan. Okay, so just now you have learned yuan, which is like dollars. And like English, dollars is used in a much more formal conversation. And in informal conversation, you are more likely to say bucks, which is in example, you say $5. Okay, so in Chinese as well, formally we say yuan, but in informal conversation, we will say $5 as 5块钱. So this is a much more common way of Chinese people say about currency in daily life. So here are the 2 new words here, because previously you have learned 5 in Chinese. It is 5. So quai is a quantifier here, but I won't go deeper for now. You'll learn more in the next lesson. For now, you just know that when you say $5, you just have to say 5块钱. Okay? So quai, the radical is what's on the left here, and the arrangement is horizontal with left and right component. So here's how I write quai. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Quai. Next one is 钱. Okay, 钱 means money in general. The radical is what's on the left, and arrangement is horizontal. Okay, so here's how I write 钱. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 钱. Here's how you can ask how much money do you want. So the way we say it is 你要多少钱? It's like asking you want how much money. In literal translation of this question, 多少 is how much. Okay, so the two new words is this one here, 要 and 少. Okay, and you have know this word as many. Okay, this one word here is want, 要. Okay, the radical is what's on top here, and the arrangement is vertical with the radical and the bottom component here. Okay, so this is how I write 要. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it's a bit ugly, but I just want you to see the order of strokes here. So you make it more orderly, much more arranged on your own when you're writing on a paper. Okay, and the next word is 少. It means less, and the radical is what's on top here, and the arrangement is simple. Okay, so here's how I write 少. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 strokes to denote less. Okay. So now you have learned how to count from 1 to this much, okay, using the numbers and words that I have taught you. And of course, I'm not going to repeat from 0 to 10 here, but I've listed the other bigger numbers. So please just single syllables for each of them, so please memorize them, and it will be very useful in the future because you will learn about the quantity of things, age, and of course you can always use it in daily lives as you encounter an occasion that requires you to speak about sum of money. So numbers, they are very important. So as I said, you have learned how to speak about amount of money in formal and informal context using the words that I have told you here. So please have a revision of this page, and next up we'll talk about quantifiers and basic objects. Okay, because quantifiers, they are an interesting grammar of Chinese, and I will explain to you what it is in the next lesson. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.